This time, yes, folks! Map number 1 between Sentinels and SONIQS, your world champions, facing off against Oceania's finest, and it's already a slower takeover towards that A site, but they make it go fast. Dizzy already in the back of sight. It's an immediate Sage wall too. They have full control and no kills whatsoever going back and forth.
Now, there's so much util dumped down here from SONIQS just to obscure the vision, but as soon as that poison orb goes down, ShahZaM is presented a golden opportunity.
ShahZaM already around the corner. He headshots the wrong person, but still getting some decent damage. It's Crunchy right in the mid side at just about 22 HP. He's trying to play out a little bit more time, potentially delay for Dizzy, but Dizzy still in the back of sight, gonna be able to get one, traded back immediately. iyen coming up from behind over at mid, and there you go. iyen might have just iced this whole thing out. ShahZaM has to go so huge, but he gets a big one onto iyen first, dashes right into the face of Bob, but Bob gets that right click, and that's the first round going back to good old Oceania.
They've got a man advantage, and TenZ is already on the scene.
It's more or less a commitment. TenZ is still walking around, still trying to find a better angle, or really just any information period. One person in the middle of sight, it's Crunchy, having to escape through the cloud burst, but no way! dapr! That was another one! dapr is missing out on these shoulder peeks consistently, and Crunchy's finally gonna get the kill. Oh, that one's just a little bit awkward for dapr, huh?
Galladrone's spotting TenZ out. He's in a dangerous spot.
Super dangerous spot, but it's so volatile. Could have easily gone a kill and dismissed, but that's the thing, Sully. He was missing that first step. He was missing the kill. He goes down. Now SONIQS have a route over towards that backside. It's going to be Dizzy once again, trying to clear back elbow, but it's going to be dapr before that wall goes up, getting the kill. Sick is going to be able to get a kill onto Bob. That Viper's pick goes up at the exact same time. SONIQS with a little bit of defense here, but their players are still going down on the perimeter. iyen in the very middle. Has to play around, has to be sneaky. Zombs. And on top of it, Sentinels slowly sneaking right into the cloud. iyen still has full control. Plex on that back line. iyen gets revealed. Has to run away. Pulls at the sidearm. Can't get a kill at all. Instead of Sick getting it. Plex destroy the wall at a perfect time. The satchel goes out and the showstopper hits.
Goodness.
Oh my word, Plex! A 1v2 to push SONIQS to a perfect lead again. The Viper's pit perimeter. Yeah. And yeah, they can sneak back all the way back into spawn if they want to, Sully.
Yeah, zombs. He's in.
Oh my god, they're totally doing it.
Oh yeah, all the way around.
SONIQS is
and now they
back.
might encounter someone.
Well, and they're planning towards spawn.
Spike planted.
Oh, this is such a good counteraction. They've gone completely against it, but Sully, this is one of the worst spots for you to play it, period. 2 players already rotating towards the back of spawn, and SONIQS now, they have to face on a 2-on-5 at the exact same time. Clicks, getting a kill back onto dapr, but he drops right into the cold hands of Sick. Yeah, okay, funny idea, but certainly not going to be a dub. Great idea with the Sage Wall, though. Crossed up too. Couple players over towards yellow box, and 2 players from Sentinels are trapped in the very middle. And ShahZaM takes down iyen as iyen was starting to get a little bit cheeky, trying to go for a flank over in the mid side. But Sentinels, they're taking this close for a reason, Sully. This is so hard to navigate.
At this point, it feels almost impossible, right? You've got 2 different angles to clear, and there's so many more possible. Yep, there's that crossfire. And while ShahZaM's able to get a couple of exits here, it's not going to be enough. It'll all be in vain. 7-1 SONIQS. Such a quick take, right? The idea is instead of allowing TenZ and dapr to make that rotation, which they did in the last round.
A little bit of secret sauce here from SONIQS, because I'm personally getting a little bit confused watching these plays. But hey, let's get back into it. Oh my gosh,
goodness!
ShahZaM coming out of nowhere, getting himself 2. All right. So now SONIQS, this is quite the way for them to get up against the ropes. It's gonna be a couple of pushes. The Hunter's Fury coming out at the exact same time. Crunchy pushing back. This could have been a man advantage here, Sully. But Sentinels have thrown her away with that last kill.
Toxins going up.
Now it's up to Zombs here on the B side. Rotation's coming in quick, but he catches iyen. You don't expect Zombs in that position. After all the contact made on A, I think iyen was assuming that Zombs had made a rotation, but not at all. Flicks gives away the information. He still has a showstopper to play off of, so not all done just yet. Noise has been made. Zombs again with a 3-second kill. Can Crunchy really pull this out? 1 versus 3. He knows at least the location of 2, but it's such a tricky site to navigate because there's only 1 plant spot you can really go for, and there's only so many locations you can fall back to. And up against 3, you've got to hit your shots here, my man.
Yeah, he's got to hit the shots, and he's taking some damage too. He does utilize that heal a little bit early, and he gets a kill right through the Viper wall. Watch out around the corner is TenZ. And TenZ ices it out. So, yeah, awkward scoreline. Not so awkward round. Sentinels are now forced to put
they're going back.
their last few bodies, and now they're going right into the crosshair. TenZ, oh man. We were expecting TenZ to do something there. He gets a singular kill, but this is good for Sentinels. This is a little bit of a moment for them to breathe, and not only that, but they get that revive off. It's a one-man advantage for SONIQS going into the B site.
So ShahZaM is already here. The wall's gonna go up. Sage wall should go down here as well. The spike plan essentially free, but ShahZaM putting so much pressure. Crunchie still wants to stick it. He goes down in a 3 versus 3. Another from the backside of Sick, and now it's just down to 2. And both of these players are stuck towards B main. How do they work their way out? There's double blast back and a showstopper for Plix to create space. And other than that, it is tricky. And ShahZaM again going dangerous. Finds another kill, and now Bob, nothing she can really do. It's a 3rd round for Sentinels, and a perfect play from ShahZaM to cut down the space.
Standing ahead.
Oh, ShahZaM. So close, and he's got TenZ right behind him. This is the combo. Gets a kill and dismisses. That's what we've been waiting for. Classic TenZ on the Reyna. And he's gonna net at least 2 kills. He could have gone for maybe a little bit extra, but heal comes into play, and TenZ, oh man, he's still going for it. He's got a 3rd already. TenZ, don't do it to him.
No
Did
way.
he find 4? That's awkward. That is really awkward. 6 gonna get it nonetheless. And well, Sentinels taking the fight again to SONIQS. Huge play from TenZ and ShahZaM to close it again. That space towards the A side.
Down.
It is so winnable. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. Plex. Not gonna be able to find anything. dappr's a little bit afraid. I love the use of that showstopper. It's to ensure that dapr doesn't try an early swing. He doesn't take the peek. He knows one's back towards yellow, but the other is unknown.
Yeah, I do like that idea. Potentially too wasteful just for Q, you know, but let's see what happens. dapr trying to go for at least one shock dart back over towards the yellow box. Knows that Plix is in the back. Knows that the other person is in main, so has at least isolated couple of 1v1s here. Can make sure that at least none of these players swing. Plix staying safe. Crunchie showing face a little bit more. Plix playing a ring around the rosy. dapr approaching up from behind. He gets Plix. Still 1 more remaining. Crunchie, run for the hills, my friend. Gotta play around this, and dapr has no time whatsoever. It's a perfect clutch for Crunchie. He pulls off the 1v3, reviving a player to go with him at the exact same time.
Backing away, you know this has to be a retake. On a pistol round like this, you need that Viper wall to go down to try and commence the retake. Bob struggling just a little bit for the kill, but she's still going to get it nonetheless. In a 5v4, dappr's around this corner where he can swing off his teammates.
Okay, Plix going a little bit deep, trying to take down dapr. It was mainly dapr going for a little bit more of a wide swing than usual. This orb is covering up to these players from Sentinels, and it just makes this post plan a whole lot harder. SONIQS, they combine their efforts, 3-man swing over into the back of yellow box, and that's going to be yet another very, very important round, Sully. That is the pistol round going back to SONIQS. Kind of been a little bit more taken aback by some of these takes, but look at this over towards mid. It's Crunchie closing up on space, and dapr was there to cut him off. So alright, so the tell for a B take has been broken down, Sully. So instead it's ShahZaM arcing now that A site, going right around it, making sure that nobody can expect, and still getting himself a second, making a third. No, Plix getting the kill, but only 45 HP left in a 1v4. No chance. Sully, what a setup. Even having that lurk in that position, how did ShahZaM even get there? How did
Mid side, and iyen, he's got to get really good timing here as the wall starts to come down.
It's not just iyen that needs to get good coverage. It's Crunchie. Crunchie, unbelievably so, waltzing right into the back lane. And Dizzy now coming in at a perfect time. Gonna be able to get one. dapr now still with that shock dart going right up to the smoke. From long range, gonna be able to get one. Still, the defuse coming in from Dizzy, still has a Hunter's Fury, and the amount of delay from dapr does it. Sentinels sneaks away around from SONIQS.
And he was the player that came back from B main. Gonna be really big if Sick can play the buddy system with one of his teammates.
To really make this worth it, they need to get some information. They need to know who is where, and oh my, again. Plix went into the showstopper, completely dry Sully, and he gets punished for it. Taken away from midair, and now it's only one person remaining for SONIQS after Crunchie and Dizzy go down. It's ShahZaM with a 2K taking down iyen.
Valuable seconds, give time for SONIQS to make rotations, and well, they will get it down. They've got no post lane due to the back on. It's all up to their aim, and dapr not going to be enough zombs in the 1v3 has activated the sniper's pit, but everyone is spamming him down. He's still going to be able to find one, but Dizzy coming out from screens is going to ice things out. 7-11, SONIQS.
There was a slower going right towards him, but he wants to stay cheeky. He wants to stay back. Good wall over towards that short side.
Oh,
and
no.
Dizzy! No, the crossfire works. ShahZaM and TenZ looking at the exact same spot. ShahZaM actually got a flick off of that. So it's going to be Plix trying to get a kill, but it's actually the nade getting a kill in the back of the wall. SONIQS still in the man advantage. dapr looking towards the back. 3v3. And the spike still cannot go down.
Oh my goodness.
Such a good time for that swing. At the exact same time, it's Crunchy too. dapr in a 1v3 has a Hunter's Fury, but it's so hard as now SONIQS are going to the buddy system. Two players sticking right next to each other, arm in arm, are going to take this team to a 12th round against what is, Sully, debatably the best team in the world. ShahZaM sitting in the middle of tube. There's three players over towards mid. That could be his next target. ShahZaM wants to go in, but Bob peeks in at a good time. The timing for ShahZaM doesn't work. Plix going in. Two-man advantage now for SONIQS. Sentinels, they are going down bit by bit. One more player remaining, and it's Subroza in a 1v4, and the showstopper stops it all. Map number 1 goes to Australia. It goes to Oceania. SONIQS has it. Way over. Watch out for ShahZaM, though. ShahZaM might have gotten spotted by iyen, and they still want to go for that 1v1, and iyen ends up winning. Both players now remaining over towards long. It's a crossfire between zombs and TenZ. TenZ going for that first peek, not going to reveal where zombs is whatsoever. This is actually a great spot for zombs.
Oh my goodness,
TenZ works out with a flash. iyen does get that kill back. 13 HP left on zombs. iyen is low. iyen needs to go for the wide swing, and now needs to go for the defuse, which he has time to do so. Wow, okay. That SONIQS might be a little bit desperate to try to pick up because this B side is about to get crunched.
Oh, Dizzy nearly caught up, and he is. TenZ is able to punish. Gate crash not out just yet, but sick. A quick jump out. There's just too much focus onto TenZ, and they're able to catch out Bob. She goes down, and Crunchy in the middle of Tin Can. Nothing he can really do there. And that's the Sentinels we know and love. A quick crunch into the site, and they're going to take out the round here unless Plix can do something.
Yeah, let me remind you here, Sully. Yes, it is a little bit more of a force here from some of the players from Sentinels, but site leaving everything out in disarray. He runs right in the middle of everyone, TPs away, and has essentially dragged away all this pressure away from Hiko at the exact same time. Viper's Pit going up too. It's a plethora of util right in the middle of this B site, and it's an absolute mob. Sick is still in that back line. Bob and Dizzy have left. Sentinels now have full control. Bob's still gonna be able to get another one, yet another Viper's Pit just to try to make their way in. Sick Curly at 1 HP has to run away, and it's a Venn diagram of util here on site. What on earth is going on? The spike's still finally going down. iyen right in the middle, gonna be able to take down TenZ. Sick with another kill back. It's still a 2-on-3. It's still a 1v3. SONIQS' Viper's Pit, theirs gonna go down. dapr is still alive. That Hunter's Fury not hitting him.
Surely not. Not enough time at this point. Maybe with 20 seconds he had an opportunity, but he's going to tap the spike. Oh my god, so many runs coming out from the back of CT spawn.
Oh, it's going to start with a showstopper. Sick. Utilizing one of his satchels. Going to utilize a second to try to get a kill. It's ShahZaM getting the kill onto Plix. So, yeah, that showstopper doesn't really matter, but instead it is going to be 2 kills going back and forth for both teams. Sentinels still going to be able to survive with a 2v2, but that orbital strike coming in right as Sully says it, of course. 50 seconds left. It's Crunchy still with a little bit of utility. That orbital strike did nothing as the spike goes into the green box. This is a tough crossfire, but they do have a flank here, Sully.
It might even, I mean, the orbital strike reroutes the position to maybe even a better spot for Sentinels, knowing that the flank was coming through short. And ShahZaM, he's going for a flank of his own. So much heat taken right onto dapr, and it's just to allow ShahZaM to swing. He knows he's forced one here. Apologies. She knows she's forced one, at least into showers. For the second, it is such a difficult crossfire with ShahZaM up in heaven. Shock Dart not even going to connect. Bob, nothing she can do here except wait death. As dapr playing with his food, nothing really could be done. And 4-2 for Sentinels.
On site, and a little bit of Astra util too. We haven't talked too much about the effect of the Astra pick just yet, but I'm sure we could do that a little bit later. Plix going in, getting a kill off that nade, and a showstopper at the exact same time. Gonna be able to get it kill onto dapr, and Bob gets 1-2. 2v2, incredibly low HP on Plix, but Plix still gets the headshot onto ShahZaM. Zombs now a very possible 1v2, and makes it happen again. Zombs the clutch minister for Sentinels.
You expect from them 2 players on this A site, and TenZ he knows that he's forced at least the Viper out of position, and Sick is again gonna take this space.
Love the info play, but it's gonna have to come back to Sick. Sick has to get a kill here. What just happened? Did Plix just outplay Sick by satcheling on top of green box? 1000 IQ. Well done. That's desperation at its finest. 2 players down now for Sentinels, and this Viper's Pit is just such a roadblock. None of these players from Sen can make their way through. The Spike is now isolated over in bathroom. It's just all too tough, and now in comes Dizzy on the flank too, covering up ShahZaM. Zombs is now the last one remaining in a 1v5. Gonna be able to get one. Still has a cosmic divide.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it's still very much a tall task though. A couple of taps here and back can at least give Zombs a little bit of a chance to break apart the eco of SONIQS, which hasn't exactly solidified yet. But the overall theme of the round, Sully, SONIQS just took a third. Pretty good one at that. It's gonna be Sick on the front lines. There you go, Sick. Consistently getting some insane entry frags. And this time it's yet another one. Look at that combo! No way Dizzy can escape from that! Oh my, the snake bite alongside the satchels ends up getting a big kill. SONIQS still with only 2 players remaining, still getting kills with only 2 players remaining. Let's see what iyen can try to pull off, equalizes things under 2v2. Trade back from Sick, but no! iyen still gets the kill off of the swing. Out of nowhere, it's ShahZaM now in a 1v2. Gets tagged out, running right towards Bob. Bob gets a headshot right through the wall, and that is another run for SONIQS.
I like the idea for at least ShahZaM in that position. He's like, okay.
TenZ thought that he was a little bit sleeker than usual. This Viper's Pit, however, gonna be the opening up for Muka. Crunchy in the back of Sen, gonna be able to take down ShahZaM. And Zombs, there you go. It's the Guardian going nuts. Crunchy. Oh, that double spray down got one through the smoke. Took down Sick at the exact same time. Now it's dapr in a 1v3.
And he's even gonna make the rotation. They don't know this exactly. By the time they get there, he should have a plan. Is he gonna double route this? He might just go back in. No, I think instead he's gonna try and plant for short here in this position. I love this rerouting as well from Dizzy. Takes it back towards U-Haul. That's the exact last possession you expect someone to be in. But dapr, mind games on mind games, goes back to the B side. He's got no util. All he's got to rely on is nothing but aim.
Maybe that one poison orb, that helps. Covering up just a little bit of space. dapr is going to close in that space. Toxin would have to go down, and dapr. dapr wants it. dapr playing peekaboo with SONIQS. Getting 2 to win out the clutch. Unreal. Info here on short. It would be huge for Sick. Whoa! Plix jumping in off that satchel. Gonna be able to get a kill onto Sick. Still goes back. Zombs getting 2 with that frenzy. Great spray down. ShahZaM coming up from behind, super quick. TenZ is right in the middle of the back too, but it's very isolated. He was playing around the smoke, and now ShahZaM can play crossfire right towards the middle of sight. This is actually such an inopportune sandwich that SONIQS has themselves in, and ShahZaM just has to keep his angle, and everything can work out. TenZ still towards that back line. ShahZaM still getting another one. Playing time. Bob has to go for the swing, and she goes down in a heap. It's ShahZaM with 3 big kills to finish off the round. Sentinels with the all-important pistol.
Plan from Sentinels, right? They understand that they gave up Showers and Sick. He knows Showers has given up, and he wants them to walk into A. He'll find the first pick, but there's still more to come.
Yeah, Sick gonna be able to take down Dizzy. Wide swinging in an awkward angle, but even more awkward was TenZ. Trying to go for a flash over towards short, but iyen comes in at a pretty good angle. dapr actually gets a kill off that snake bite right in the middle of sight. That's a little bit awkward. Sentinels now only have 1 person remaining, and what a person to leave it off to. It's ShahZaM now in a 1v2, but goes down to iyen, and yet another awkward off angle.
But now comes SONIQS, ready to barrel their way into the site, and it's a weakened defense set up here by Sentinels.
Plix was second thinking it, just trying to get a little bit better of an angle, finally in the middle of sight, but it's going to be the Hunter's Fury taking him down. Zombs helping out too! What a combo in the middle of sight, but Sentinels only able to get 2 out of that interaction. dapr with a big TP. Finally goes for the wide swing and takes down iyen. All right. Tough to say the least, and it's 10 seconds left with a great crossfire from Sentinels, and they could surely put it off. if they can all go for the wide swing, and indeed they do.
Life here. dapr back towards the shower side, and Recon bolt goes in. TenZ playing cheeky, and cheeky indeed. Gate crash out of there. It's unpunishable in that position. And now they know where the final players are. TenZ up huge with a 3K and a 4 from dapr. And there's not much crunch you can do here. Maybe get a couple of kills. Hold on, they line up. There's one on the flank, and I don't know if he notices though, Gus.
Yeah, it's gonna be so hard. No way, the orbital strike in bathroom, but he's gonna go down anyways. Oh, what an idea. But yeah, at that point, it's just pure desperation to try to pull off that 1v2. He needs a little bit of information, too, for this to work.
He's got it.
There goes the nade. There goes the spray. Oh, the nade's going to do a lot of good chip damage, Sully, but Sick needed a couple of bullets to really make that work. Let's see if ShahZaM can capitalize, though. Takes one down in terms of Crunchy. Zombs going in. Oh, my, the dimensional drift happening at the exact same time. Zombs going in for the right click. It is an absolute massacre in the middle of the B site.
She do here. No more utility. Recon ball's not even going to come into effect, and the vulnerability is going to come into effect now for Bob. She's got nowhere to run. They're not even peeking. They've got the spike, but they're on low HP too, and that's why they're not peeking. Bob, looking to take the early fight, has got the first. TenZ on the swing, 20 seconds left and 8 bullets. But TenZ, knowing him, he's going to watch the angle. Sentinels, that's what you expect from the best. And we'll be right back with map number 3, or at least a breakdown.
It's overstretching boundaries a little bit. Look at ShahZaM, though, covering up that entry with those shock darts, and it does a whole lot of damage, chunking down a couple of players from SONIQS down to half health. And this just makes SONIQS' job a whole lot easier. No, Sick's job a whole lot easier. He ends up getting 3 for his favor, and now it's just down to iyen in a 1v2. Still has the ghost, and still has Sick, who is healing up in the corner to deal with. Sick plays the round, plays his position to a T, and just blasts away at 4 players.
That aggressive peek again, it works out so well. Sentinels taking the fight very early on at a round like this. When you have the lesser guns, try to close the gap, create your own advantage, and ShahZaM is already going to find 3 kills, and not going to be able to get the 4th, unfortunately. Bob, she's in a pretty awkward position. Not really many places she could run to, but she could get a couple of kills. Never mind. TenZ is already holding with the operator.
A time-wasting angle, but TenZ has to be here, ready for that approach. iyen ends up going down. Dizzy gets Sick after Sick gets flashed out. TenZ now with a shorty alongside the off. He's going to be able to get 3 for now. The shorty goes out, and unfortunately his prey runs away. Yeah, there you go. He's hunting. But the Predator, unfortunately, is going to get a little bit hungrier for at least a little bit of late pressure. But the running back should be a little bit better, too. And we go! TenZ misses out on the right click, but Sick is still able to get that kill. Crunching with a big one onto zombs. And now he just has to crossfire over towards the back line. An orbital strike coming out at the exact same time. And it's a wide radius. He ends up getting a kill onto dapr. These last 2 players from Sentinels still stuck over towards that back line. Plex has to finish off this last one because it's Crunchy that gets 4. No ace for Crunchy.
Gotta worry about the flank, and TenZ, he's faked a rotation back into garage, and Crunchy playing for the post-plant Molotov. It's Crunchy able to take down TenZ. Queen Bob sitting in the Viper's pit, but it's not going to be enough. She goes down, and these last 2 players, the Molly's already out. There's a golden chance for this defuse. The radius, it's too far big. ShahZaM can just take the defuse. There's nothing they can do. ShahZam's going to win the round. 5-2 for Sentinels, and it's all because of the positioning of the spike.
Right here.
No way. Being able to defuse. Sentinels win a 5th by the skin of their teeth. And what is TenZ doing? Running up long, getting 3!
Down A. 1 enemy remaining.
The train does not stop, man. TenZ keeps on going, but Dizzy's breathed life back into SONIQS. Still, though, there's a flank coming in as well, and I don't even know if he realizes. He has to assume that it's coming in, but a 1 versus 5. Dizzy too far off for a revive. It all comes down to just him. Wall available. Double slower, but a heal, but a crossfire being held. As soon as the contact's made, dapr's going to be at the ready. Maybe for that swing. Dizzy checking the corner. Oh my goodness, Dizzy.
Whoa.
2 more kills to find, and he's got an idea that there's one on the flank. If Sick goes down, this is unspeakable.
Yeah, no, this is really, really good from Sick, though. Sitting off in this off angle, that's a hard clear from Dizzy that he has to go through. And
Storm of the others, same thing for SONIQS. Sick putting a lot of pressure. There's even a crunch coming in from TenZ as Sick pulls away all of that heat, but can TenZ really capitalize off of it? Yes, he can! Yes, he can! TenZ with a 3rd. So clean off of this blade storm, and he's even gonna find the 4th. Ace incoming possibly, but not enough knives. That is what you love to see. The train
No
does not
way.
stop, and he keeps on rolling. TenZ with a 4-piece, and Sentinels have got a 7.
Oh, never mind, never mind. They're just going for it. Orbital strike at the back of sight. It's gonna be Sick trying to stick around and taking down Bob. Great ping for him to be able to do so. Iyen still getting a kill over in mid, but more importantly, Sick is holding down C.
He's got the info. Ooh, Sick. Looking right into the jaws of Iyen, and now he's got a lockdown. dapr, does he want to go for the repeat? He's not even going to risk it. The spike on the back of Iyen. Spike will go down. ShahZaM on a flank, prime positioning, but they need to plant in the back of sight. Knowing that Shaz is there, they can't take that plant in the front of sight, and they're wrapping back. They've got 30 seconds. There's a good chance that if they want to, they could wrap and go to whichever site they want, but C seems to be the set.
He holds on to it, and he's still able to make that approach. He still has a whole lot of util too. Iyen just has only dry peaks to give, and no!
ShahZaM!
Oh, Blix, that would have been it, but ShahZaM pulls it off. This crossfire could certainly work, but Zom still needs to be here. dapr on his lonesome.
Oh, dapr!
Oh, airing out his Phantom and SONIQS. They all walk into his crosshair, and it's dapr to cap off a 4K, to cap off the half. Man, yet another one. Sentinels, they always seem to have one player at the right place.
Second alongside TenZ as they walk up long.
Iyen able to take down 2, and well,
30 seconds
swoop.
left.
Getting both dapr and TenZ lined up. It's gonna be Zom still picking up another kill on 2. Plix, Crunchy. Up close and personal over towards short. It's a little bit of an awkward scenario against Sick, but he still wins out the battle. Just about 17 seconds left. No, Iyen get himself 3 kills, because why not? But in goes SONIQS. All 3 players going in towards the back of sight. And Zom's essentially dry going in for this paranoia. Gonna be able to tag 2, actually, with that paranoia. But it is Crunchy that goes unblind, and it is Crunchy who gets the kill. A bit of a burst on the A site. This could get a little bit fun. Smoke goes out over in heaven. It's a full 5-man split on A. Early hot hands right in the middle of long. So that's going to split up the approach. But Sick is still able to get a kill on 2. At least 1 player in the back of that line. Crunchy now, the last person remaining, essentially over and short, and Crunchy is able to get 2! ShahZaM still taking back the kill against Plix, but Crunchy is still living in short, trying to delay time for this rotation, and he's still getting kills! Crunchy holding down the line, Zombs was looking the other way, Crunchy could have had 4! Still another 2v2 post-plant, Sully.
Yeah. This is tricky to play against because there's a flank coming in from Iyen and Bob. She's up top. The Viper Wall is going to disrupt the vision from both these players. The focus automatically becomes back towards defender spawn. And Iyen, a chance to find ShahZaM, but a great recon bolt doesn't reveal his position. And ShahZaM checking regardless. The ping goes out, and now they know. ShahZaM dancing around. Zom's good for the first, back towards long, and jumping out of heaven, finding a resting spot. Bob goes down, and Sentinels, they find a recovery despite Crunchy's heroics on the A site. Yeah, they didn't really have to expend too much. 2 smokes, recon bolt, and a cage.
TenZ.
Use that paranoia. Oh, a little bit awkward, but he still gets one.
No way! TenZ just switched off of his gun right as the smoke dissipates, and he's still able to get the kill. Oh, that one gets me going. Still, it's going to be ShahZaM getting another kill against Crunchy, and dapr finally getting 2 against Bob and Iyen. Oh.
The lines, Iyen has got no information that he's already slipped through. It's
No
just up to the guessing
way.
game, and Sick is going to be good for the first.
Sick is going to be able to get 1, but Plix was jumping out of the way, and there you go! Sick on his lonesome has cleared out the entire C site, and could potentially go for more. That lockdown going, and Sick is still going! Sick! Closing out this game for Sentinels thus far, but can they really close the book? Can they really close this chapter against the Australians? They surely can! The glory days for Sentinels continue as the world beaters continue to take down region after region. It's Oceania this time.